Hello, here are some common forms of quadrupedal movement for parkour, beginning with the bear crawl. Begin by standing up straight, then bending your knees and bringing your hands down to the ground in front of you. Walk your hands out to the point that they are directly below your shoulders and your knees are directly below your hips, about an inch from the ground. Move your left hand and your right foot forward simultaneously, touching your right knee to your right forearm without bringing the knee higher than the elbow. Continue this motion with the opposite limbs. Avoid shaking at the hips as well as moving the same side at once. This can also be done backwards. Look straight down at the ground, keep your back straight, and your shoulders at an even height with your hips. This is a good full body exercise and it helps develop coordination. Up next are the sideways plank steps. Begin in a push-up position with your hands directly below each shoulder and your feet together. Like the bear crawl, move opposite limbs together but to the side. You should be moving your feet apart at the same time you are moving your hands together and vice versa. Maintain a straight body from shoulders to heels and keep your arms straight as well. Look directly at the ground. You are probably very familiar with the crab walk. Begin with your chest facing the sky with your feet directly under your knees and hands directly under your shoulders. Lift your hips as high as you can, attempting a straight body from knees to shoulders. Like the bear crawl, move opposite limbs at the same time, first going forward, then going backward. Then perform it sideways, similarly to the plank steps, opening hands while closing feet and closing hands while opening feet. Reminisce with your friends about being in second grade physical education class. Now we move up in difficulty as we move like a monkey. Again, bringing your hands to the ground in front of you, your feet and knees will always remain together and your hands will always be moving at the same time, about shoulder width apart. Lunge forward to your hands, lift your hips a bit, tuck your knees into your chest and bring your feet towards your hands, landing softly on your toes. Then do this backward, utilizing more of a push through your arms. Keep your fingers spread and palms on the ground. Be sure to resist gravity, avoiding crunching down onto your heels. This can damage your joints. Also, do your best to keep your knees inside your elbows. If lacking in flexibility, you can straighten your knees a bit and use your fingertips. This can also be done on the stairs. Using your core and arm strength, do your best to control yourself as you slowly go through the movement. Remain quiet with the foot and hand placement. This can also be done sideways. Use your feet and the direction that they point as a reference. Within these two parallel lines is the neutral zone. Take your left hand and place it to the right of your right foot outside the neutral zone and place your right hand to the right of your left hand. Then, like the monkey, hop, shifting your weight onto your arms, this time bringing both your feet to the other side of your right hand so that neither hand is within the neutral zone of your feet. Then do the opposite direction. Once again, resist gravity and do not crunch your hips onto your heels. As a reminder, always aim for quiet, controlled landings. Cartwheel is a great exercise to improve body awareness and balance, and helps for inversion cases such as emergencies for when we are falling headfirst toward the ground. It allows us to support ourselves with our hands first, then transition back to our feet. Many of us have lost the cartwheel since youth, so I'm going to explain some progressions toward remastering it, beginning with the breakdown of the ground spin. For the first progression, begin in a toe squat position. Place your left arm between your knees, left hand on the ground facing 90 degrees to the left. Extend your right hand out further in line with your left hand and your body, also facing 90 degrees to the left. Shift your weight to your arms, keeping them straight, and monkey hop and spin so that you are now facing the same direction as your fingers. 4 hops will result in a 360-degree movement, bringing you back into the original position. Each one is a 90-degree hop. Then do it with your right hand close to your body, facing the right 4 times. Next, you are going to do the same motion, but this time performing a 180-degree hop, resulting in you facing the opposite direction as your starting point. If you begin with your hands facing the left, after 1 hop, keeping your hands on the ground, your hands should now be facing the right. 2 hops will result in returning to the original position. Now, the full ground spin begins to mimic the movement of the cartwheel. Place your left hand next to your left foot, facing backward. Turn and place your right hand facing the same direction as your left hand, beyond your left hand in line with your left foot. You can start by slowly stepping your right foot, placing it next to your right hand, then using momentum to spin and lift your left foot, placing it next to your right foot. Then, removing your hands from the ground, complete the motion to end up with the same body orientation that you began with. When you feel more comfortable, try to jump, spend more time supporting yourself with your arms, and spin while your body is in the air. Which brings us to our next progression, which is somewhat of a sloppy cartwheel, but it works our way up to being more aerial and more in line. Simply use your arms more for support and gradually add inversion throughout the movement. The ninja step is good for covering a good amount of distance in a short amount of time while staying low and stealthy. It is similar to the side monkey, but more arm support is utilized and the legs are more spread and extended, reaching with one leg at a time. Moving to the right, the left leg takes off first, and it also lands first on the opposite side of the hands. Come off the right leg second, and exaggerate a reach with it as it lands long after the left foot. Practice slow motion and quality control as you go through this movement. The special ninja is very similar to the ninja in that the hand and foot sequence is the same. However, here the legs go high into the air, practicing for an awkward form of inversion. Don't practice this for stealth, as this type of ninja will easily be detected when on a mission. But with all movements, aim for control, fluidity, and quiet landings. That concludes our introduction to quadrupedal movements. You will notice that after practicing these for some time, you will develop great coordination and full body strength, as well as a better grasp on controlling your movement. Thanks for watching and happy training.